Thank you very much. So I'm a sophomore at the Augusta Witkowskiego Fifth High School in Krakow, in a class primarily focused on informatics and maths. I'm 16 years old, I live in Krakow, and this is where I was also born. Throughout my school education, I've been elected to represent the interests of my group, serving as the class president for 7 years of primary school and continuing into my 2 years of high school. The financial markets are an area of extraordinary passion for me. I actively participate in them through holding shares, albeit small in stake, but numerous, mainly in American companies and funds, or through providing liquidity between stablecoins in the DeFi world, investing my funds. In doing so, I learn about risk management, data interpretation, and analysis across various fields. For several years now, e-commerce has been a source of funds for my investments. On multiple international platforms, I have sold collector's footwear worth nearly $100,000 in total. This endeavor has taught me consistency, discipline, management, precision, and the art of finding great buying and selling opportunities, both domestically and abroad, even during my vacations. I'm passionate about algorithmics and programming. This year, I've managed to qualify for the second stage of the Olympiad, of which I plan to be a finalist next year. The skills needed for that were programming in C++ and knowledge of a plethora of algorithms, which I have acquired through self-study, school classes, and algorithmic camps, which I have attended several times. Beyond algorithmics, I'm deeply interested in new technologies. For many years now, I've been fascinated by the technological progress and new products, from consumer-oriented technologies to those aimed at the industry. Simultaneously, I also focus on my physical development. For over 5 years, I've been training Kyokushin karate, and I'm proud to hold a yellow belt. Besides karate, I enjoy wakeboarding, which is a sport when one rides on a board resembling a surfboard or a snowboard and performs acrobatic maneuvers while being towed behind a motorboat or a cable system. I also participate in volunteering, a notable experience being my work at the Institute of Physiology and Reproductive Toxicology at the Jagiellonian University, where I cared for laboratory animals. In my free time, I also love to deepen my knowledge about global financial markets, technology, and geopolitical events. I'm also interested in history, especially contemporary history and European, American, and global politics. Additionally, the passion that takes precedence over all of my other passions is travel. I've visited 35 countries to date, many of them far-flung, and I plan to visit all of them one day. I immensely enjoy immersing myself in the cultural, language, and customs of other countries. And as a side note, I'd like to mention my interest in languages. Besides Polish and English, I'm learning German and Spanish. And additionally, I've learned the Greek, Hebrew alphabet, and the Cyrillic script, and I'm currently learning the Arabic script. As for the scholarship, I view it as an unparalleled opportunity for practical experience of the current state of technological advancement. A trip to Silicon Valley would enable me to understand the work ethic in the industries that are and will continue to be the key source of human progress. Visiting a university like Stanford or UC Berkeley would allow to see what the best universities in the world look like. Studying on one of them is, of course, a dream of mine. Moreover, I'm incredibly curious about what Silicon Valley and its originating companies such as Google, Meta, Nvidia, or Apple look from the inside. It would be an incredible opportunity for me to ask questions directly to the creators of the bleeding edge tech, where at least I hope so, there's no question left unanswered. Or just to feel the unmatched entrepreneurial spirit of Silicon Valley and try to replicate it in the future here in Poland. Furthermore, having last visited the United States over 16 years ago, I remember very little of it. And this would be a wonderful opportunity for me to refresh my perspective on the country, which I currently only know from conversations, documentaries, or books. I thank you for your attention and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you very much, Max, for your presentation. It was very well organized, I must say. You fulfill your time slot perfectly. I think that because of your interest, I would ask Piotr to ask the first question.
Do you invest on the Warsaw Stock Exchange?
I unfortunately do not. I don't see
Why?
opportunities, or I don't have really much time to research Polish companies or just to research at all. But yeah, I viewed at many of the Polish stocks, but I do not invest in any of them at present.
But you are still less than 18. How it
Yes.
is possible to invest?
Yeah, basically my dad opens a
Okay.
brokerage account in his name, or my mom
Okay.
does it in her name, and through that I basically invest my money, but in my parents' name, and of course I will probably take it over when I'm 18.
Okay. What measure of risk do you use when you invest?
Well, it might sound a bit silly, but I don't really take that much precautions when I'm investing. I view my investment opportunities as a lesson for me, and I don't really view it as at least for now, as a way to multiple my net worth, let's say, just to get knowledgeable in the things, and I may sometimes get on the risky side, let's say. Yeah.
And who is your favorite investor all over the world?
Well, probably Warren Buffett of Berkshire Hathaway. Yes, he's a legendary investor. Yeah, I
But
really
why?
admire
Why?
him. Well, the persistence over, I don't recall, I think it's over 50 years of investing. You can just look at the stock price of the Berkshire Hathaway stock, which I think it hasn't split since the inception of it. Yeah, so it's worth like $250,000, right? So yeah, I really admire him, as well as his recent his partner that recently passed away, Charlie Munger, right? Yeah, I really admire their outlook on the future. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Krzysztof, it's time
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
question.
Very interesting presentation, but I have
Thank you.
a question. First, there's a future role of artificial intelligence, main areas where, from your perspective, this kind of solution should be implemented. And next question, there's a maybe problem. There's a problem of the future of Polish economy and our country. Could you tell us about biggest chances for the development of our country?
Yeah, sure. So could you repeat the first question?
Role of artificial intelligence, AI.
Right. So I think that the role of artificial intelligence will be immense over the next few years or decades. As we can see from the likes, the transformer models, right? The large language models like GPT or Llama or many others. I think that they'll increase the productivity of basically everyone, so we can focus on other things. And aside from the maybe not, but a bit trivial things, but besides the trivial things like the large language models, I think that AI will be really helpful in researching drugs, which has already been done, or the protein folding algorithms of, I think it's DeepMind of Google, right? So, and yeah, I think the medical field will really benefit from that, and of course, many other sectors of the economy. But I'm really interested in the impact that it will have on the medical field. And on the second question, on the Polish economy, I think that a big problem of ours is brain drain. As you probably do know, a lot of people emigrate from our country, mainly for financial reasons, which to some degree can be understood. I think that our priority should be to limit that, to encourage investment and basically pursuing our careers here in Poland, and not to emigrate to other nations, right? So I think we should tackle that problem. I don't see really any other dangers to our economy besides that. Maybe some geopolitical events that could be happening closer to us than they are now, and of course they are really close to us now. So I think we should focus, of course, on defending our country, but it's a trivial thing to say, right?
You said that you decided to visit many countries, and I understand that you had a lot of contacts, and I understand you better understand the relationship between different nations, different countries, and there's a chance for the better cooperation and peaceful development of our nation. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Despite the fact that you are a very young person, you sound very mature, I must say. But I still don't understand or don't learn from what you presented to us. What is your plan for the future? Who you want to be?
Well, I try to avoid that question because there are so many things to do, right? So I thought about many things, like from being a pilot of an aircraft, commercial aircraft, to being an investment banker, or to being an investor, or being an entrepreneur, to have my businesses and to employ a lot of people, to make good employment places, right? High paying ones. It's a tough thing to say, really. I hope that over the next 10, or maybe not 10 years, over the next 2-3 years, I will decide on that. I would like to major in economics or computer science, so that would be that would be probably my field of interest. However, it's not really set in stone, as I may say. I don't
As I
think.
said, you are quite a young person, so you still have time to make a decision. The question was related to the scholarship, because I wanted to somehow place you, within the program and the places you are going to see if you are chosen. So this was the reason for my question.
Yeah.
But
I
nevertheless,
think. Oh, excuse me.
no, I just want to say that I think that I have a feeling about you quite good. Now there is a time for the summary. Krzysztof, could you please start?
It was a great pleasure meet you, and my recommendation that you have qualification on this stage would be good scientist and very good politician. And I believe that this kind of people, well educated, open, constructive, should play a strategic role not only in Poland but also in Europe and in the world, and believe that you and your colleagues, this type of people, should take responsibility for the future of our country and also future world. All the best. It was a
Thank you
great
very much.
meeting, and I hope that maybe in future, during different conferences, we will be able to discuss about different strategic problems. All the best.
I hope so as well. Thank you.
Piotr?
I fully agree with Krzysztof. You have very wide perspective. You know, we together, as we are here in the commission, we know a lot of investment bankers and the people from the financial sector, and I think that you have very big chance to reach good level in the financial sector. Because you have in your presentation you showed a lot of knowledge, but especially the personality, which is important for this. I keep my fingers for you, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I share my colleagues' view that you have a great chance to be an important part of the future, of our future. And apparently I used to be an investment banker, and now I'm a venture capitalist. So
That would be also a field of my interest.
I can imagine that this is going.
Right.
It's also the possibility. Very well prepared presentation. The questions were not easy, and you managed to answer all of them. So good luck for the future, and don't forget about the voting. So please make sure that your colleagues, friends, and family are voting, because this will strengthen your chance for getting the scholarship. So we cross fingers for you, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope to see you in the future.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
I think that you should leave the meeting.
Yes, I'm leaving.
Thank you.